Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on why certain people do not engage in virtue signaling. So, why do certain people desist, abstain, and refrain from engaging in virtue signaling? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Certain people do not care about being virtuous, righteous, nor moral. It is lamentable, but it is what it is. Much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my agony, much to my distress, much to my grief, and much to my dismay, not everyone has a moral code, and not everyone is adamant about remaining adherent to biblical law. When you engage in virtue signaling, you attempt to brand yourself as being a virtuous, righteous, moral, and trustworthy individual. It is a correct mindset to have. You should also ensure that your actions and words are eminently aligned with moral correctness. You should never encroach on your moral code. Always be virtuous, moral, and righteous. It is a matter of principle. So, certain people may desist, abstain, and refrain from engaging in virtue signaling for other reasons beyond not innately being virtuous individuals. They may not be adamant about ascending the social hierarchy. They may not care about being ingratiated with other people and being inducted into additional social circles. They may not care about rallying patron support. They may not care about attaining positions of power. So there are a vast variety of reasons as to why certain people do not engage in virtue signaling. You want to be perceived as a virtuous, righteous, moral, venerated, revered, reputable, approachable, likable, and trustworthy individual. Incessantly, ceaselessly, unremittingly, and perpetually engaging in virtue signaling can help you to boost your reputation and bolster your public image. It is always the right decision to make a decision that is moral, virtuous, and righteous. Embrace moral correctness. Do not ever be unrighteous nor immoral. Do not be duplicitous. Make sure that your words and actions are not only eminently aligned with one another, but also ensure that they are aligned with moral correctness. The optimal decision to make is always a decision that is moral, virtuous, and righteous. Be a humane individual. Do not shirk on doing so. Do not neglect to do so. And also remain adherent to biblical law. Make an earnest, valiant attempt to do so. We are not perfect. We are not impeccable. We are not infallible. And we are prone to faltering, but we should do our utmost best to be virtuous, righteous, and moral individuals. We should be exemplary to others and not neglect to do so. But some people lack any semblance of a moral code. Some people do not give an iota about biblical law. And some people do not care about being perceived as virtuous, righteous, nor moral individuals. They do not care if they become infamous nor notorious. In life, you always want to ensure that your decisions, actions, and words are eminently aligned with moral correctness. It is a matter of principle. Some people do not care a modicum about principles. So, it is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Other people also do not care about manifesting a prosperous, abundant, auspicious future for themselves into reality. If you engage in virtue signaling, it is all the more apt to yield you better life outcomes. But not everyone embraces a prudent mindset. Some people embrace a myopic mindset. They think about short-term gains in lieu of long-term gains. However, it would behoove you to always be virtuous, moral, and righteous in every facet of your life, and never shirk on doing so. Do not give in to temptation. Always make decisions that are virtuous, righteous, and moral. I hope that you deemed this video to be insightful and enthralling. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.